And hello, everybody. Happy Sunday to every single one of you out there that is going to be watching along with me here on the latest edition of Point of View. I am Bobby Munson. And yes, today we're going to have some fun watching some MLW Once Upon a Time in New York. It is now available through the MLW's YouTube channel. So I encourage you, head on over to YouTube, subscribe to MLW, watch this free event along with myself and all the amazing people that are going to be joining in here this morning, including my good friend Bobby Stats, who's always here with me on Sundays, as well as watching along MLW, Mr. MLW himself, Bobby Stats, up in the house. How are you doing, Bobby? Good to see you here today. Before we get started, I know not many of you know this. I've had a interesting couple of last couple of days, just some things that come up, but not going to go through it all. But one of the things is our little kitty's a little bit sick at the moment, so we had to take him to the vet yesterday. He's going to be okay. They took very good care of him, and we're very encouraged by the positivity we see out of him here already after taking him over there. And no, not this kitty that likes to interfere all the time. She's good and healthy as always. This one's good to go. The other one, he's having a little nap right now, but he's doing a lot better, and he's been very, very happy since we took him there. So we're really happy for that. Bobby saying, yes, I am watching MLW. Can't wait, Bobby. In fact, you know what? I can't wait so much that I think I'm just going to get it started right now here, my friend. I'm going to hit play on the old YouTube box, and let's start watching. You could, and just so everybody knows, you might be watching on OLE's YouTube channel or on Twitch, as well as Video Bro _ Bobby Munson over on Twitch. Make sure to like, follow, subscribe to all those channels. Really appreciate every single one of you. Bobby saying, I'm looking forward to watching Timothy Thatcher in MLW. I always enjoy watching Timothy Thatcher in MLW every time he shows up. Bobby, I'm really happy to see him back. Should be a very, very interesting pickup for MLW again. And I think now at this point, Timothy Thatcher has to be in a fairly prime place to at least be arguably in a title contention somewhere. And yes, wrestling against Matt Riddle. So he's being put into a high-profile match, at least on the MLW side, which is very, very positive for Thatcher upon return. So they're just recapping all this calling nonsense here. Also recapping the live event from last time out as well, too. Yeah, the attack on Kojima by the World Titan Federation. Once upon a time in New York. At least it's better than the last name of Burning Crush. Burning Crush, one of my least favorite names that they've ever come up with. Bobby saying, I hope to see Bad Dude Tito at the MLW War Chamber pay-per-view card or MLW War Chamber tapings on March the 29th. I'd be down for some more Bad Dude Tito, that's for sure. Ryan saying, did you see the dollar value came out in the MLW settlement? They received $20 million. Yeah, I saw that, and then I'm like, so where's that $20 million going? You better not tell me that AJ Francis got a good chunk of that $20 million. Also, good morning, Brian. How are you doing this morning? All right. Cozy Max and Alex Kane versus the World Titan Federation Superstars. Oh boy. Matt Riddle and Davey Boy Smith Jr. tonight. Okay, interesting. What else do we got here? And all right. Okay. Oh, okay. We got the number one contenders match, Zayda and Delmi. AJ Thompson versus Mr. Thomas. AJ Francis versus Mr. Thomas. Ooh, and a big Court Bauer announcement. I spent all my $20 million on AJ Francis. Yo, fuck now. There's Sports big announcement. Bobby said maybe bad dude Tito could be Salina De Laurentiis client and wins the National Openweight Championship. Anyone could win. Please, anyone win that championship. And good to see you. Josh Bishop was supposed to be injured in real life, so I doubt he is a factor tonight. I never know who's injured and who's not. I rarely ever follow anything about personal lives of wrestlers too often. So I'm that guy usually sitting there. Why haven't I seen this guy in a long time? Someone's like, "Oh, blew out his ACL like 9 months ago." Oh shit! Go figure. How do we feel about Cesar Duran back in MLW? I mean, I like the injection of CMLL and the NJPW people and stuff like that. It's fine, but it just seems to be a cluster F of like factions and stuff just happening right now. There's not really any like I know there's some long term storytelling between Duran and Salina de Lorenta at the moment, but it's just kind of like it seems muddied right now. It seems like there's no real direction to any of it. And the fact of the matter is, neither one of those teams going up against each other in the War Chamber. The two War Chamber matches, two of them. We got one on the main card and one on the pre-tapes, and both of them are just like, ugh. I am not even that crazy about either one of them. Interested to see Cesar Duran back in MLW. I just, yeah, I'm interested to see who they bring in as a result. I just don't know about the storytelling because, again, this seemed to be the story they were telling was between Cesar and Salina. You would think that that would clash with a War Chamber match, but nope. We're gonna get the New Japan Pro Wrestling retirees versus the World Titan Federation superstars, and then we've got what is the pre-taped War Chamber matches between the Calling 1.0 and the Calling 2.0. Just why? I'm saying too much unknown lucha. It's an absolute BS faction free for all. I know, yeah, and it's again, it's like it's faction, 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 and it needs to be distracting from any possibility of like solid singles runs for the right types of titles. All right, we got Zayda interrupting Cesar Duran, Zayda, who you can catch over at Astra's channel as well as Astra's debut on the new channel there with Astrid Asks, and her interview with Zayda was absolutely phenomenal. So check that out. It was for bodyslam.net, so I should say that as well, too. It slipped my mind there for a minute. Bodyslam.net now hosting Astrid Asks, as well as Fightful, who picked up some of the quotes and the conversation that Zayda answered in there as well, too. So very, very awesome interview. I have a lot more respect for Zayda Steele actually as a wrestler now after that interview. I see just how much more dedication she has than I could have ever imagined, and I appreciate that so much more. Brian saying they're doing the battle between Cesar and Salina's faction as Lucha. Yeah, I mean that's good, I guess. We'll see how it plans out, but it seemed like a chamber one. Yes, Bobby, you're yeah, she answered your question. That was fantastic to see. You got your stuff in there, and yeah, it was a great interview. Oh, kitties, be nice to each other. Cesar Duran getting in Zayda's face, man. Watch out. Zayda could probably mop the floor with Cesar Duran. And in fact, Zayda could mop the floor with Cesar Duran. She could also probably mop the floor with this hack Brett Ryan Goslin that she's got standing behind her, too. Well, Selena's on screen. Hey, did anybody catch that Becca put out a new single this weekend? Becca has a brand new song now available. Check it out. Kendall has to go. He is still limiting Zayda. Yeah, I'm over his shtick already. It's actually kind of annoying. I really could do without him. Oh look! Oh, a poor random Azteca guy just got beat up by Rocky Romero backstage. Oh no! Nameless Azteca guy got hurt. No, the tragedy. Maybe Cesar Dura could bring in Lady Flommer to wrestle at Azteca Lucha. Yeah, that would be great. Lady Flommer is fantastic. So why is this guy on a microphone now? I mean, he can talk on a microphone. I'll give him that. Brett Ryan Gosling could talk. Just I'm over the shtick. That's the biggest problem. Oh no, not more Love Doug shit. Jesus Christ. Oh, it's like I thought it was one thing that we were getting Brett Ryan Gosling in this thing, but well, fucking Love Doug. Jesus. Oh, I hate this chick so much. I really do. Just done with it. She could wrestle against someone in the MLW. Oh, 100% she could, Bobby. Yeah. Lady Flommer is fantastic, and that would be great to see her back in an MLW ring. But oh my god, another lot of that Ryan Gosling garbage trash match here. I'm sorry, but this is not what I want when it comes to middleweight division singles matches. So like they go from two back to back gimmick matches to or no, what is this now? What the hell is in this damn match? All the wasted youth are coming out. Oh, oh, six scramble match. Okay. So we got Brett Ryan Gosling, Love Doug, Ichiban, Marcus Mathers, Dylan McCay, and Cannonball. Oh, like, Jesus Christ. What is with this option here? This is bad. This is all kinds of bad. This reeks of bad. Like TJ Crawford and Griffin McCoy. Yeah, I do too. In tag action, not in six-man scrambles. This thing's gonna scramble my goddamn brains, is what it's gonna do. They should pay him 20 mil to go away. Oh, Brian, that made me pop, sir. Thank you. I hate Love Doug. Yes, I do too. I am done with Love Doug. I'm done with just about everybody in this match if this is how it's going to be booked. Like, I like Ichiban, but why this? Why this? Isn't he above this yet? Why did middleweights get subdued into these stupid, like, hey, we've got nothing else for you, so let's stick six middleweights in here, do a bunch of moves, and that's it. Yeah, I think Ishiban's safe bet there on this one, too, Bobby. This match needs to be over within 3 minutes. Yeah, I agree, and I bet it won't be. I bet you any money this one will go way over that. And it'll be move, 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 move. Always between two guys while all the others are resting on the outside. Crowd will eventually start chanting, "This is awesome." Like, and are they absolutely serious about this? Like, come on. Well, it's like the middleweights versus this guy who looks like he ate the entire middleweight division. And I'm sorry, like I'm a big guy, so I mean, now we've got oh great. Now let's have more calling versus calling bullshit. Oh, Gear attacks Cannonball. Now all the rest of the calling. Oh, here's some more callings. Call them all to the unemployment office because that's where they belong. Yeah, I don't get it either, Bobby. They were putting him into a scramble match that assumably is with all the middleweights, and then yeah. Right. That weighs less than muscle, so it could be possible. Oh shit, man. That's gold. So they take Cannonball out of the equation, start this match, and oh, there we go. There we go. Four luchas, so I'll attack the one Ryan Gosling. Now they're all clapping, being nice, despite the fact that there's a match going on. Don't worry about that, though, boys. That's fine. You take some time and clap and smile with the audience and everything. Don't try to get a victory. That would not make any sense. Oh man, even like they're trying to do these moves in tandem here, and like they're not really in tandem because none of these people are tag specialists, so they don't really get used to working with these. Like a lot of them probably working together for the first time. So would I like to see Lady Flommer wrestle against an MLW with it women's featherweight division? Um, well, I could go for seeing Lady Flommer versus Zayda Steel or Janai Kai, Delmi Exo even. And they keep like panning over to Cannonball in this thing as if like this just giant, like slow moving human being is gonna get up and go and clean up the win here eventually. Bobby saying Lady Flommer versus Tiara James or the Notorious Mimi. Yeah, those also very good options. I think you just summarized the entire featherweight division. Although we got a lot of influx of talent coming in from other places, which is nice. And the announcement that there's going to be the crossover with Australia happening this summer, which is nice to see as well too. So interesting to see what kind of talent. I haven't checked out the newer crop of talent in Australia for a while, so I'm curious to see who's going to come out of that deal. Right, saying WTF, MIA, Cesar, Salina, Contra, Calling, Anti-Calling, Second Gear Crew, Crawford Group, Old Japanese Dudes. How many more factions could there be? What am I missing? I don't even know. I think you might have hit the nail on the head, Brian. It is the 10 pounds of crap in a 5-pound bucket. Unagi Sayaka is coming to MLB. Yes, the Unagi Sayaka is going to be wrestling against Janai Kai at the War Chamber. So. Oh, told you, here comes that just slow moving, whatever you want to call him, human being, Cannonball. Yep. Do we care? No, we don't. Oh man, I don't even know why I'm continuing to watch this match. I really don't care. This is so dumb. It just seems like it's like, well, we have to get all these people on screen. It's a must. We got to get all of them out there. So let's just make these BS scramble matches where just stuff happens. Oh, look, a spot. Oh, here comes another spot. Oh, you don't expect it. Two little guys teaming up on the big guy. Oh, the big guy now sits and crushes the ribs of the one little guy. Yeah, and here comes another little guy. Like a fly landing on the back of the big man. The big man doesn't sell a damn thing because he doesn't have to because he's big. It's not like he just got beat with a steel crowbar or whatever it was earlier. Oh, now he's getting a nut shot. And I'm sure he'll just bounce right back from that too because wrestling. Great to see Matt Riddle on this card against Davey Boy Smith Jr. That is an interesting one-on-one matchup for sure later on in the card. Both MMA experts should be interested to see how that goes. Oh God! Don't tell me Love Doug's gonna go win this damn thing. Brian, are they intentionally torturing us long-term fans? Or they just really think that this is what wrestling is nowadays? Oh, I saw a glimpse of Mr. Kruger, Mr. Cruel Kruger. Another faction, although he's kind of less like a one man show with a bunch of like really masked people standing behind him. So just hold on here. Okay, so they're trying to justify the fact that the ref called Brett Ryan Gosselin for the feet on the rope when there's no disqualification in a scramble match. Oh man, this match is messy, very messy. I think we'll see Matt Riddle at the battle riot if he is. Yeah, I don't think so. Oh, look at that! Brett Ryan Gosselin gets the win. Yes, yes, they are. It's death by 1,000 paper cuts. Well, there you go, Brian. Your WTF superstars just picked up another big victory with Brett Ryan Gosselin in the scramble your brains matchup. Yeah, wow, indeed. Yeah, wow, as in like, wow, why did that match happen? Wow, why did I watch the whole thing? Wow, what is the mentality of a person like me to wake up this early on a Sunday to put himself through that kind of torture? Ooh, Court Bauer is here and he's gonna have a big announcement. He's gonna be like Tony Khan. I got a big announcement. It's time for some big business. Watch us move the needle backwards. I just spent more money on untested wrestlers than anybody else in the world. Wrestling 2024. A win is a win. That's what they say. What they say. I'm sure that's what Tony Khan was saying as he realized how much his bank account just went down with signing 3 wrestlers that didn't move the needle at all for him. Woo! Timothy Thatcher, one of the things I'm actually looking forward to from the War Chamber. Could MLW just bring back Dave Bougie, O'Shea Edwards, and Becca? I'd be okay if they did brought back all 3 of them. Did you hear Becca's new song yet, Bobby? Oh my God, the Death Fighters versus the Calling at War Chamber. Oh, they even have a name now. They're not just calling 2.0. They have a name. Oh, it's worse when they have a name. It means they might actually keep them. Don't give them a name. You'll grow too attached, Court. You'll grow too attached. If you name your pet, you won't be able to let it go. Wake up. There could be no big announcement because this was taped weeks ago and nothing has happened. That's kind of, yeah. I got a big announcement. I got $20 million, so fuck y'all. Oh God, what is this shit now? Azteca 66 versus what? Oh no. Like, do they want me to sit here and laugh about the product? Like, I just don't get this. It's like they're not even trying half the time anymore. Oh, here we go. Bad dude Tito versus Azteca 66. Wow. I'm sorry, Azteca 66, but you're just about to get squashed here, sir. Well, there you go, Bobby. You got your answer. Bad dude Tito now working with Salina de la Renta. Bad dude Tito now needs to get that shot at the openweight championship. Take it off of Ricky Shane Page would be great. Here's one of the acquisitions that I'm really happy of with MLW. Hopefully, he's sticking around for a while because this is a dude I can watch. It's funny they say he's only 6'1", and he like the way he comes across like he's bigger than that. Like that's the thing about having a presence. When you have a presence, you come across even bigger than you are. At 6'1", this guy's shorter than I am, but because of that built up, jacked, muscular shape of him, he looks bigger presence wise than I ever could. This is still crap. Reminds me of Saturday morning WWF. I used to watch that WWF Superstars pre-taped from the last several weeks of doing shows in better places. Uh, let's keep Bad Dude Tito around for the Battle Riot. Yes, it would be a good add on to the Battle Riot. They need better enhancement talent. This is insulting to us fans. They just they the enhancement talent used to be one of the best parts. Like that's where we got to know Robert Martyr and got to know Bud Heavy, and look how everybody got behind Bud Heavy because it was fun. You knew he was going to get his ass handed to him, but it was fun. Plus, not only that, Bud Heavy can wrestle. He can wrestle, but he knows his spot in it. He knows how to take the bumps and make the other guy look good. Same with Robert Martyr. Oh shit! Nice and over. Just like that. That's Love Doug's look at the hair coming out of the back of the. I've got to have a look at that. You could be right on that, Brian. Actually, funny you say that. I'm. That's funny. Just mask up one of the little guys in the back and be like, "You're going out there, double duty. Everyone else had to do it. Get your asses out there." Bad dude Tito versus Alex Kane would be great. It would be a lot greater than Alex Kane versus AJ Flop Dollar Francis. So there's this video on YouTube of Flop Dollar trying to do a Spanish fly, and he just about lands on his neck because he's an idiot. And just anytime I see shit like that, I'm just like, this is why I don't like the guy. He's not good inside of a ring. He comes across like he's got a presence, and then he talks like he's Mike Tyson. And then all of a sudden he goes into the ring and works like he's never done anything athletic in his life. And I'm sorry to say that. He is not ring ready. They talk about trying to like protect Jade Cargill because she's not ready, but everyone's letting AJ Francis run around, run amok inside a ring. You think that Jade Cargill's not ready? AJ Francis is not ready to be in a professional wrestling ring. Rocky Sayaka debuts. They could have just flat out said it. It's been announced now versus Janai Kai at MLW War Chamber. Would I like to see MLW bring back Mayu Yamashita? 100%. Mayu Yamashita made a very awesome debut for the company, and I would be 100% on board with that option. So, yeah, they're just going on there. Okay, now they're announcing it. Janai Kai, Unagi Sayaka, MLW War Chamber for the Featherweight Championship. To be good. God, I hate it. Alex Kane and AJ Francis. Why do I get the impression like this? The plan here is that Mr. Thomas turns on Alex Kane in that matchup. Anyone else get that feeling? Like the way it's been playing out with Thomas having to be the one to motivate Kane, that all of a sudden Mr. Thomas is going to turn on Alex Kane after that match or something like that. AJ Francis is going to win it. Yay. And then they're just going to have the turn of Mr. Thomas on Alex Kane. Oh, I'm guessing this is the AJ Francis match. Got a feeling that Mr. Thomas will stay with Alex Kane and Faye Jackson. I don't. I don't at all. I think we've seen the end of the Beaumaye Fight Club, to be honest with you, Bobby. I think that it's dwindling out, and because they just pumped the brakes on it. When they put the title on Kojima, they basically halted the momentum that the Beaumaye Fight Club had. And I have a feeling that there's more behind it than we're understanding or know. And I have a feeling the idea will be Mr. Thomas turns on Alex Kane when Alex Kane comes up short in that match at the War Chamber. I'm calling it now, my friend. Seriously, like this is the most shocking WTF fighting of all. AJ Francis. Oh, you God. Oh man. I don't know if there's enough Advil in the world to make me like get rid of the headache that comes about watching this guy. Yeah, wow, indeed. Hey, Master, what's up, buddy? Yeah, flop dollar. I just can't. Like this guy dresses the part, he looks the part, and then he works, and it's like, no, stop it. Bobby saying bad dude Tito is a great signing for Salina de la Renta. Yes, bad dude Tito is a great signing for anybody. That dude rocks. I'm impressed with bad dude Tito. But then they followed up with AJ Flop Dollar Francis. Here we go. Here's Mr. Thomas to come take the fall as usual, even though he's like a lot better than they give him credit for, in my opinion. Bobby saying Janai Kai and Rocky Mero too are great. Yes, they're fantastic, Bobby. I'm a big fan of both of them. I'm glad that Rocky Romero and Janai Kai both have been around for a while, sticking it out. So I am happy about that. All right. So the start of Mr. Thomas and Flop Dollar. Ryan saying I actually would rather have Mr. Thomas as world champ over Kane again. See, I don't know where to sit on that one, Brian, because I wouldn't have a problem with Mr. Thomas as world champion anyway, because I think that he's a lot better than the position they put him in. But I'm obviously clearly a fan of Alex Kane. I think that Alex Kane, possesses a lot of the skills you need to be a top person in professional wrestling. But I also think that Mr. Thomas falls into a similar category. But plus, look at the size of the guy on top of it. He's sizable. He can move, and even though they don't let him do it enough, he can talk. Okay, AJ Francis was able to catch Mr. Thomas there in that powerball move because Mr. Thomas is that good. You could tell by the way that went. That was 90% Mr. Thomas in that thing. I'll be saying since Matt Riddle is wrestling against someone in the World Titan Federation tonight on this card, will he wrestle against another one in the future? Guess it depends what direction they go with Matt Riddle, really, Bobby. I mean, he's doing it on this card, but then, the next card's a different story. So who's to say? Does Mr. Thomas wrestle under another name and other promotions? Not currently. He he has done a little bit in Ring of Honor a long time ago, and he also was in Chikara Pro for quite some time. That's kind of where he was prior to his MLW run. And then when he came into MLW, they actually started him as one of the members of the Sentai Death Squad in Contra unit. And in fact, he was in the War Chamber match as one of the Sentai Death Squad members. Wow, what an uneventful finish to that matchup. Oh, yay. AJ Francis wins. Just what nobody needed. Yeah, so having a look here. So the alter egos, Mr. Thomas is wrestled under Blaster McMassive. He was Sentai Death Squad Soldier #1, and then Thomas Sharp, aka Mr. Thomas, and that's pretty much been it. And yeah, he was originally in Chikara for a couple of years. Was kind of doing some of the stuff that he did there. And I believe, can't remember. I thought he had mentioned doing one small thing or something with the Ring of Honor at one point, possibly. But yeah. Papa Smokes. Point of view is good. Point of view is good. As for the MLW stuff, I can tell you might as well skip the first two pieces of it, or how much into it are we so far? You can really skip the first 36 minutes at least, because honestly, your boy Mr. Thomas, your personal friend there, just unloaded on AJ Francis only to get dumped by him in the end. Mr. Thomas did all the heavy lifting and then takes the short, uneventful loss to AJ Francis, and then the goddamn mess of a scramble match earlier in the night, just awful. So, first 37 minutes, feel free to just zip on past it. I did all the heavy lifting for you. Now you don't have to watch the crap. And at 37 minutes, Mods Cruel Kruger starts doing a promo. So, yeah, Mr. Thomas, he's MLW's punching bag for some reason, and I can't figure it out why, because he's better quality than what they give him. Bobby said, "I wish Queen Aminata was in MLW since she is great. She has all the potential to be a champion. Yeah, but she's getting one hell of a push and use on the card over in ROH, so she kind of bypassed the whole MLW thing in the end." I love how they sell this. It's like, so Kojima had his knee bashed in with a baseball bat by the WTF superstars, and he vows that despite this, he will make it to the War Chamber in a couple of weeks. However, He's still going to compete tonight. I know it's pre-taped and I know what they're trying to sell, but it's like, why don't you just say, check out this matchup pre-taped from earlier before the attack instead of trying to sell it like this is fresh and new and he's going to do his best to make it, but he's also going to come out here tonight and risk the opportunity of being in a big matchup, a War Chamber like matchup, or not like matchup, a War Chamber matchup in order to come out here for this nonsensical 6-man tag match tonight. Just saying. Riddle and Davey Boy Smith Jr. coming up. Is that coming up now, or we got more joke matches first? Oh, what do we got here? Oh, now we're going back to these goofy pre-taped telenovela pieces that Cesar Duran's known for. Or okay, they're just kind of recapping all the stuff between the two of them, between him and Salina over the last couple of years. I'm assuming that's going to be the featherweights matchup coming up, and the number one contender featherweights match. My assumption. I could be wrong. I will give credit to whoever did the editing on this particular session, this whole thing showing a whole storyline here. Like, this is a decent way of telling the story in a decently timed edit. Like, there's nothing wrong with that. That was good. In fact, it's been the best part of the show so far. Bobby's saying he's interested to see which wrestlers from Australia show up at MLW. Yes, and I believe coming up in July or August, if I'm not mistaken, is when they're making that track happen. So, oh, I was right on that call. It is the featherweights matchup for the number one contendership. It is Zayda taking on Delmi Exo. Oh, and wonderful. More Brett Ryan Gosselin on screen because we need more of this guy here. Who are you picking, Bobby? You going Zayda on this one? Think they're going to give this one to Zayda so she can have that match with Janai Kai finally? Ryan saying Zayda is going down tonight. You can tell it's building to Delmi and the Kick Demon. Yeah, but when has MLW ever not gone against the grain and done a big swerve, like just for the sake of doing the swerve? They seem notorious for that. The only other thing I can see is that goof Ryan Gosling tries to get involved and costs Zayda the match. Bobby's picking Zayda. I think Zayda is going to take over on this one. But here comes the God Queen, Delmi Exo. Yeah, where is Delmi? Delmi a no-show? Delmi get beat up backstage? Or is Delmi heading out with Cesar Duran? Okay, then. Guess Delmi Exo is part of Azteca Lucha. So I guess I don't know, Bobby. I think all things considering that this is definitely going to go the way of Delmi then. Yeah, Delmi with new ring gear and everything. Tito doesn't seem too happy about this whole new acquisition. Bobby saying Zayda still will be the next MLW Women's Featherweight Champion. Zayda's quite the shit talker. She's good at that. Very good at it. Good start to this matchup. Good wrestling. Anyway, walk up between the two, and neither one wanted to let go. They'll be getting that nice high knee in there. Good already. This is the best match of the night. Go figure. And they've got about 30 seconds into it. I'll be saying bad dude Tito is someone to watch. He would be great in TNA too. Yes, he would. But I'm happy for him to be in MLW for a while before making that trek. Honestly, MLW needs some people, and we need to focus on them. Zayda just getting a sea of booze here. Oh, nice roll up by Zayda as well too. Delmi just gets out of it. Oh, prepare to mobilize, says Mods Cruel Kruger in a very interesting little cut into this matchup. Was Kruger just gonna like unleash a whole bunch of like mass Sentai Death Squad people upon like the entire War Chamber event? That's what it is. He's gonna mobilize the troops, seek them on everybody, destroy all. They've really put a lot of focus on Mods Cruel Kruger here tonight, cutting into just about every match and everything, plus having a separate promo to it all. Bobby saying, I like that MLW is using WXO since she is the former MLW featherweight champion. Yeah, I'm glad that it wasn't just she loses the belt and moves on to other things. Like Delmi has stuck with it and kept being one of the pioneers of this division. In fact, she is really, in terms of who's there right now, she is the pioneer of this division because she came in with the original crop of women's wrestlers there. And yeah, it's fantastic. Bobby say maybe Mods Kruger is watching this match. Mods Kruger is like evil Santa Claus, Bobby. He sees everything. He sees them when he's sleeping. He knows when they're awake. He knows if they've been bad or good. So watch out because he's probably going to beat your ass. Azteca henchman in the ring distracts Zayda. Yeah, I bet Zayda gets distracted, gets screwed out of her win. Delmi driver, 1, 2, 3. Here we go. There it is. Delmi's your number one contender. All the writing on the wall when that happened. Kruger just came in because the featherweights are his. Yeah, it's true. Kruger's like, to hell with this guys roster. There's nothing there for me. I'm gonna go after the women. They're the only actual physical threats on this roster anymore. Oh, that's brilliant, Brian. I'll be saying Taya Valkyrie is great too in MLW, but I did wish that Holliday was first ever champion. Taya did great because she added a name to the belt for a while there. I do wish Holliday could have stuck around. I liked Holliday. I thought she was a great addition to the division. Oh, Zayda's got something to say. Surprise. She can beat the Karate Kid wanna by Bija die. Oh, let me guess. No, no, no. Hold on here. We're going to get a triple threat matchup because, hey, why not three factions in the women's featherweight division? Well, I guess after Zayda mentioned that Janai's been ducking her, she ain't ducking her no more. In fact, Zayda just got slapped by Janai Kai. They start trying to demand that the title be on the line right now. I won't repeat what Cesar just said. Wow, and Rodriguez just knocks the taste out of Cesar's mouth. Well, not only was this the best match of the night so far, this is the best segment of the night so far. We got to watch Cesar Duran get punched in the face by Rodriguez there. Fantastic. Who's my pick to win the MLW Battle Riot this year? Honestly, I have a feeling that that accolade might go to Mods Cruel Kruger. How about yourself, Bobby? Who's it going to be? All right, so they're actually advertising the Battle Riot. Bobby's saying Mods Kruger as well too. Yeah, I have a feeling. I have a strong feeling that Mods Kruger's going the distance this time. All right, I just fast forward to the start of the next thing here. Well, Matt Riddle's coming out now, so here we go with Matt Riddle and Dave Boy Smith Jr. How many matches do we got left here still? We got this one. They got one saying Magnus versus Star Jr. on here. Holliday versus Josh Bishop on here. Kojima, Alex Kane. So there's still a bit. Holy shit. Yeah, okay. 1 hour in, hour and 45 minute show. I get you. I feel you. I'd be down to see Steph Delander in the Bauer Riot match. Yeah, but I think that ship has sailed. I really don't think that her or Matt Cardona or any of them are around anymore. Ryan saying, I don't think they are going to have a winner. It's going to end in a strike. You could have like 10 people eliminated all at the same time. Oh, what are we going to do? Oh, let's just make them all number one contender for the MLW championship. We'll get everybody on screen. You get a match, and you get a match, and everyone gets a match. And let's give out titles all over the place too while we're at it. You get a belt, and you get a belt because you participated. Good on you, wrestler. Wish I got a belt for participating. Come on. Where's my free title wrestling companies? Can't they make me like a special major loudmouth wrestling championship or something like that? I'll probably wear the Major Loudmouth Wrestling Championship on my shows here. Mods Kruger for MLW World Heavyweight Champion. I'm down, Bobby. Watched a recent interview with Matt Riddle on MMA Hour. I didn't really know about him before, but wow, do I hate him now? He's a bad dude. Yeah, I don't really try to follow what he's like as a person because I've only heard shitty things. I know he's a skilled individual when it comes to being a fighter, and he's a skilled individual in a wrestling ring. He's annoying as hell in terms of his promos and shit like that. That's the thing. Like, this is going to be a quality matchup. Like, that's not a doubt in my mind. But again, like you said, Brian, it's tough when you listen to a person and find out what they're actually like, and then it's like, man, you don't want to root for them or even watch them necessarily, even if they are good. Obviously, and I just want anyone to beat Ricky Shane Page for the MLW National Openweight Championship. Yeah, me too. It's like that title doesn't even exist anymore since that useless idiot won it. I was going to say a lot worse, but then I kind of PG'd myself on that one. Team's short next to Dave Boy Smith Jr. Yeah, because DBS is actually like he's a big dude. DBS is what is he? He's 6'4", 6'5" or something, is he not? Like, I think he's taller than I am. Certain he's taller than I am. Six. Okay, there they go. They just said 6'5". Like I like his in ring work. Davey Boy Smith Jr.'s in ring work is solid. Like I like him in the ring. I can watch his matches all day long. Nothing wrong there. Just he needs someone to talk for him. That's the biggest flaw in his entire game. And when I say he needs someone to talk for him, he needs someone that's not Mr. Saint Laurent to talk for him. Riddle getting hit by Bishop again on the outside. Referee distracted, doesn't see it. Makes me believe that Matt Riddle's winning this matchup for sure because that's twice now. Brian asking, have you heard anything about Court Bauer's reputation in the industry? I saw a reference that it may not be good. Oh, it's not. It's 100% not. Like, there's a lot of wrestlers that can't stand him. A lot of people that have worked for him can't stand him, have nothing but negative things to say. I've heard it all. I really have. And yeah, he's got a very bad reputation, which is why some will never go there despite what, like the ones that have been there that have got messed around and stuff like that, you'll never see them return to the company. That's for sure. I think Court Bauer is good at booking. I know like he can be good at booking, but I've heard that he's not necessarily good at taking care of everybody. I was saying, will Unagi Sayaka be added to the MLW women's featherweight division if you do one on here? Possibly. We shall have to see. That's for sure. If you're talking about doing that tournament, yeah, doing that bracket, what we talked about, I would definitely see to do a bracket like that. I would have to pick people that have definitely been there and done something, and there isn't a lot of choice there. So I would imagine that would be the case. I'll reserve that to watch the match first, Bobby, just because I know I won't be putting the superhero bicycle riding one onto that bracket if and when we do that on Ring Respect. So, oh, another distraction from Bishop. Oh, he eats a forearm from Riddle, but Riddle's back is turned. Oh no! Oh, a big headbutt from the big Canadian man. Oh, but Matt Riddle bounces back with an absolute no sell because it doesn't hurt to get hit in the head. A nice sequence of moves, though. Solid match, though. These guys, I knew they would. I didn't doubt for a second that they'd get a solid match out of these two. It's a shame that it keeps getting broken up with the silly interference on the outside from Bishop, but I'll be saying it's great to see Matt Riddle wrestle against different wrestlers that he hasn't wrestled against before. Yeah, it's been some good matches that he's had in MLW so far, Bobby. I give it that for sure. The big boys going to the top because they want to get their holy shit moment in. Superplex from Davey rolls back over. I like the float over from Davey Boy Smith on that because it didn't undersell the idea that he's hurt from the move at all because he rolled straight into it and just kind of laid there. Obviously, a bad dude Tito match against Matt Riddle was great. Yes, it was. It was a solid match, Bobby. And to think, like, we watched that when this was being taped. So Matt Riddle did pull double duty of that bad dude Tito match and this Davey Boy Smith match in the same night. Mind you, same with Davey Boy running double duty between winning the tag belts and doing this match as well too. Ryan saying I saw that these New York shows only have 240 seats and then standing room tickets. Hard to believe they can make money like that. Oh, that's about what we do at PPW. MLW draws the same audience as Prairie Pro Wrestling out of Saskatoon. That was after they added tickets. Bobby saying Bad Dude Tito did double duty as well too. Yes, he did, but if you could call it that, that was barely double duty, Bobby. I mean, squashing a dude. I mean, come on. That dude Tito showed up twice in the night. I'll give him that much. He took his two paychecks. Oh, at least he got booked. Yes, no, not disagreeing. I like seeing Bad Dude Tito out there, so it was good. Riddle now try and go for the triangle choke. Oh, turn it into a sharpshooter. Nice transition from Davey boy. Nicely executed on that one. Beautiful. The legs are slipping there. Yeah, he had no choice going to the crossface now. Smart though. The legs were slipping. I don't know necessarily that the crossface was what he was going to end up going for in the end, but he knew he had to change it up in order to make that look realistic. So kudos to Davey Boy Smith Jr. on that one. That's the great ring awareness that he brings to the table, the great wrestling ability he brings to the table. Often underestimated for the quality he puts in there. Quick roll up and Riddle pulls a win out of nowhere. Still hope Becca gets a title match. Was it she owed one a long time ago? Or a real long time ago at this point, too. So there you go. Bro wins. Matt Riddle picks up another victory. Seriously, Bishop comes in and turns Matt Riddle around and waits like 20 seconds for Matt Riddle to knee him in the face. What? Like, did that just happen like that? You couldn't have just attacked him from behind or anything. No, I'll just spin you around so we can stare at each other lovingly until you knee me in the face. Wonderful. Riddle is undefeated in this run in MLW. Did he ever lose previously? Because this is his second time with the company, Bobby. Check that statistic, my friend. I don't know if he ever lost previously. I'm curious about that. We got the rundown of the upcoming events. Battle Riot. We got Azteca Lucha, War Chamber. Of course, April 20th is the free event. So I'll be here with you guys on April the 21st. Point of view to do that one. I'll be at the tapings from the upcoming War Chamber night. Oh, here comes the big announcement from Mr. Court Bauer. Strap in, kiddies, because it's going to be a good one. Talking about Rat Riddle's second run. Yeah, second run, he's definitely 100% undefeated. Court doesn't show up on screen very often. Oh, I saw a contra glitch. Come on, Kruger. Go annihilate the boss. Annihilate the target. Nice. They are going to beat the piss out of the boss. Get them, boys. Bunch of referees getting the tar beat out of them backstage. And now, Court Bauer, you're in trouble. This is one big set of Sentai Death Squad members. Those are some big dudes. It just keeps sending out all the featherweights to get their asses beat. Like, don't worry about all the large dudes in the back. Let's send out Love Doug. Here comes Love Doug to save the day against these giant behemoth Sentai Death Squad members. The new blood of Contra is going to set things right, apparently, in the world. They're going to even things out. There is one of those Sentai Death Squad members that is just massive. The age of cruelty. I like the touch, Kruger. I like the touch. Ryan saying if that is all the defense that Court can muster, then yes, even in kayfabe, he is unpopular. Yeah, Bobby said, I like Zayda Steel's match against WXO. I was hoping for Zayda Steel to win, though. Yes, they're. This is funny. And like, Court goes out for the big announcement, and Cruel just, get him, boys. Boss gets taken right out. Kruger's just he's going to go take over Court Bauer's office now. He's just going in, put his feet up on the desk. Like, no, it's mine now. Kruger's MLW. All right, now we got an advertisement for the MLW radio network that I'm not a part of, so we will skip past that. Now, what match do we have? Oh, Magnus. Magnus and Star Jr. Okay. So we actually do get a one-on-one middleweight match here. What if he gets fined for attacking Court? Somehow I don't know that Mod's Cruel Kruger's going to pay that bill, Bobby. He can fine him all he wants. Kruger probably just beat him up more. Our core, I'd be too afraid to fine Mod's Kruger any of the money. Brian, this is garbage. Just this upcoming matchup, Brian, or the whole show in general? Rooting for Star. Sorry, there we go. And Bobby saying rooting for Star Jr. in this matchup. I wonder what they would have done if they would have kept up doing this as fusion episodes. Like, what would have been your main event? Like, I know Matt Riddle and Davey Boy Smith Jr. would have been a main event. Delmi XO and Zayda Steel would have been a main event. Well, the rest of the card, what really you got for much for main events on there? Bobby saying Salina De La Renta's clients could be 2-0 tonight. Could be. Hi, Kitty. Come here. Want to play with me for a bit? Yeah, there you go, pal. This for a kitty that went to the vet yesterday. Didn't you? Went to the vet, made some new friends. You're going to get all better. Brian said, I'm glad the commentator pointed out that they're both wrestlers have a lucha background because that was not there. Yeah, I would have never guessed. That's one of those moments where you just go, what? I thought they were both trained in catch can wrestling. You tell me they're not both Brazilian jiu-jitsu artists? Oh, yeah, asking if I will be watching the next TNA pay-per-view. Sir, I will not be watching that one and reviewing it that day because it is on Saturday, April the 20th, and I have Prairie Pro Wrestling that day, so I have to miss the next one, but I'll probably be catching the one after that for sure. But stay tuned because I'm pretty certain there will be something brewing here on our local establishment. I'm sure that we will probably have Astrid and somebody else doing the post show for that one on Saturday, April the 20th. But yes, I will be live over in Saskatoon for Prairie Pro Wrestling on that day. And Brian, just so you know, I'm a couple steps closer to pushing the idea of live PPW on Twitch. It could happen sometime soon. I'm not quite there yet, but I might have figured out some things and we might be able to make it happen eventually for you. So stay tuned. But I know at that next TNA pay per view, they've got Nick Nemeth taking on Moose because, we have a new top baby face, the Nick Nemeth. Let's immediately put him into a main event against the guy who probably isn't going to lose the belt that everyone wants to have lose the belt. And that lucha just went straight over into the fans because why not get your beer kicked out of your hands? Brian said, now we're talking. Yes, sir. I figured a couple of things out. It's still a work in progress, so no promises yet, and it won't be by the next show. But the conversations are happening, and there's some thought and plans in place. Likelihood, if and when it happens, Brian, it will be just a single camera shot, like a hard cam type shot. You wouldn't get the edits of the ringside cameras. You might not get live commentary. We haven't figured out whether or not we'd have the right ability to have live commentary unless we can get a couple of new camera operators for down at ringside. So right now, it's still a work in progress, but I never say never. I am working on it. I am pushing towards it. It just takes some time and some patience, and we will get there. Magnus, rolling cutter, middle of the ring, goes for the cover, and it's still not going to be enough. And you could tell that from a mile away. Right, saying I'll take what I can get. I appreciate that, Brian. Yeah, no, we'll get you there. I know that we could probably do some decent numbers on Twitch with some live activity as well too. So it is a conversation we are having, and I know that the guys seem to be on board with it. It just we're not ready yet. Is the only problem. That's some testing to do first. Well, Pretty crazy agility there from Star Junior. Right, saying I think a wrestler kicking someone's beer is a federal offense in Canada. Yeah, you could get arrested for that shit. That's for sure. Remember at a live WWE house show, what quite if this would have been early 2000s, and Big Show was here in Saskatoon, and he come walking down and stands in front of a fan who held out a beer in front of him. So he grabs the beer and drinks about half of it. And then he gets inside the ring and he starts doing stumbling around and he falls to his ass and all of a sudden stands back up by pulling himself up the ropes and goes, "They weren't kidding. The beer is strong here in Canada." It was good for a chuckle. I mean, well done on his part. And it's a house show, so you can get away with some of that shit like that. I'd say the quality of matchups in this show got better after the first couple of them. The first couple were just terrible, like pointless almost. Quality's been better since then for sure. It's not been a complete disaster, I guess. It's not been great, but it's not been a complete disaster. This feels like it's been long. Like I don't know why. Doesn't has this not felt like a long event to you guys so far? And there's still is that the main event? The Kojima, Alex Kane, Okumura versus the WTF Superstar? That's the main event? Yeah. Sorry, that just feels like other matches on here would have been better suited, but Star Junior gets the win. Oh, Jose Rodriguez, he can really hold those notes. Star Junior. Love it. Ryan, it's not Kings of Coliseum bad, but yes, this does seem really long. Yeah. And I've been fast forwarding the commercials. That's the crazy part. It still feels really long for some reason. And I don't know why. Like I've liked a couple like Davey Boy Matt Riddle match was quality. Delmi and Zayda was a quality match. That was a quality match. Like there's been three quality matchups that I enjoyed so far. Everything else just felt like disjointed and pointless. But all right, I'm gonna forward till we get to this thing probably. Rocky Romero apparently got taken out by Azteca Lucha. All right, here we go. Here's the entrance from the WTF Superstars. We know this one isn't getting much time because you can have a look and we're an hour and 30 minutes into the program of an hour and 44-minute program. So this one ain't getting a whole lot of action. The main event is short, basically. We were thinking alike there, my friend. I was just looking at the same damn thing. And God, with the entrances and stuff too, like we're not even full of, out here. We're only at Alex Kane. We got the they still got to get the wheelchairs out for the New Japan Senior Citizens Club here. Or I mean, sorry, Cozy Max. Great to see him on his feet. Yeah, he's gonna make it to the war chamber, but first, let him come out here and fight still despite apparent injury. Because kayfabe lives strong in these ones. Oh, he's saying great. All right, a hot start to the matchup. Don't know who's going to be legal because that's wrestling. Oh, simultaneously, everybody ducks out of the way, and we're all going to do the chops in unison. Obviously, I like watching Richard Holliday. I do too, just not in this. There's too many people, too much going on. And of course, everything's got to be in sequence, right? Like everyone seems tired in this matchup already. They just started and they all seem tired. Ryan saying what Bauer saves his salary with the old Japan guys. He has to spend an arthritis cream to get them ready. Not arthritis cream. He's using CBD oil. That's how they shine themselves up in the back. They just get a whole bat of CBD oil and they just rub themselves down so they come out looking shiny and feeling good at the same time. I'll be saying, do you think MLW is working with Stardom since they're bringing in a former wrestler that did wrestle for Stardom before? No, I don't think they're working directly with them, Bobby, because every time MLW makes a partnership with anybody, it gets an announcement and they make a big deal out of it. So I think if there was a direct connection with Stardom, they would have made an announcement about it. I think they're just. I think that connection is just going to come through the working with the Japan territory in general, TJPW and NJPW. They're going to know who's out there for people that could be picked up at the same time, whether they've been picked up for their own programs or not, and really can do the link up to help Court Power get in touch with these wrestlers. So I don't think I think if there was a direct connection, we would have heard about it for sure, and that would have been Court's big announcement. Maybe it was his big announcement, and then Mons Kruger's like, "Tell with that." Oh, this is just painfully slow moving. Okumura is just slow. Okumura makes Kojima seem fast right now. Bobby saying, "I hope MLW bring in Mina Shirakawa." I've heard nothing but positive things about Mina Shirakawa, and I'd be happy to see that happen. Some good mat wrestling back and forth there between Alex Kane and Tom Lawlor for a bit. Most exciting part of the match so far. I was saying she was at Ring of Honor tapings recently. Oh, well, damn for us in MLW then, because everybody who goes over to ROH ends up signing some sort of contract with Tony Khan, getting a ridiculous amount of money that nobody will ever be able to top. So when Tony Khan gets bored of them, nobody will be able to afford them because they'll expect too much money. Wonder how much money Tony Khan will continue to have until he has no more money to buy new toys. Less than 10 minutes left in this thing, in this entire video. I like how they're just right now on commentary, they're just giving away that Mr. Thomas is going to turn on Alex Kane. Like it's just so blatant at this point. The fact that AJ Francis said things in the Bulmaye Fight Club may not all be as they seem, and commentary are sitting here just shit talking it like, oh, maybe there's a mole in the club. Who's left in the damn club? It's not going to be Faye Jackson, who's barely been featured. I wonder who it could be. The suspense is killing me. Burnett said with the 20 billion MLW is the second most profitable promotion in the world. Obvious thing in AEW. Yes, sir. Well, he's saying I'm still waiting to see who could be Mystico's first opponent for the MLW middleweight championship at MLW. Yeah, again, well, I mean, the way they keep the belts on people nowadays in MLW is just don't have them wrestle for the belts or to have them defend their titles anymore. They just put them into 6-man tags, scramble matches, bullshit gimmicks because bad wrestling makes fights in MLW. Oh, there we go. Now Richard Holliday is going to be made to look like a goof. Oh, yeah. Taken out by the Senior Citizens Club. They should bring in Ichiban as Mystico's opponent. Yeah, I mean, they've pushed Ichiban enough, except for having him job out today to Brett Ryan Goslin. Even this match feels long for what it is. Just seems like it's a mess and it feels long. Ryan saying I actually like some of the Dragon Gate guys, not so much Shun Skywalker. They had that tough brawler guy that was great. I liked Shun Skywalker. I thought Shun was good. Thought the promos were interesting. I liked the style. I had no problem with Shun Skywalker. I like Dragon's Gate mix anyway. It was cool. I'm saying I hope one day we see Mo Jabari have match in MLW. I'd be down for watching my boy Kid Chocolate Mo Jabari in MLW. That'd be fantastic. I'd be very happy for him. This match continues. With less than 5 minutes left in this matchup. Alex Kane is in a predicament. Can he make it over to the corner and tag in one of the senior citizens before they have an old man nap? Bobby likes Shun Skywalker too. Yeah, I did. I mean, I personally enjoyed Shun Skywalker. Oh, Bishop's about to get choked out by Kane. Bobby saying, I hope they bring him back, meaning Shun Skywalker to MLW. Well, there's the cozy Laurent and Kojima. And it's over. Senior Citizens Club and Alex Kane are your winners. Well, that was once upon a time in New York. Anything fancy going to happen after the case? Probably. Let's get another appearance from AJ Francis. That would make my night. Flop Dollar, come on out. Let's get some Flop Dollar action on the screen because we really need to pump up this matchup at my least favorite build to an Alex Kane matchup in the history of Alex Kane matchup. Oh, here goes Davey Boy Smith Jr. on the attack. He's going to single-handedly take out Alex Kane and the Senior Citizens Club by himself. Oh, here comes the rest of the WTF. That means we are going to get Flop Dollar on here, aren't we? Flop Dollar on his way. A clothesline finishing maneuver is weak. In a modern day, it definitely is. Or gets appeared by Mods Kruger again. Yeah, well, maybe Mods Kruger would just come take everybody out. Oh, no, now we got the calling and the other calling fighting. Oh, good. Let's just every faction. Come on, bring them all out. Everybody on screen, come get your paycheck. You get a paycheck and you get a paycheck. Oh, we are too. Here comes the second year crew. Jesus Christ, we are getting every goddamn faction in MLW on the screen all together. Why not? Here we go. Here's the second year crew because they're going to settle the score with the 4 or 5 big men on the other side of the ring right now. Yeah, there we go, boys. Throw those haymakers. This is nonsense. This is nonsense. Or what could we call it? Clusterfuck, clusterfuck, clusterfuck. Oh, there we go. Now that everybody's out, Flop Dollar can come on down and show off his lack of ability. Oh, look at that weak ass punch he just threw at Alex Kane. Stuff's happening. Things are happening. People are getting kicked. For some reason, every faction is fighting at some point in the arena because it's fun to try to pay attention to 90 things all at the same time. Kira looks like he's making love to Sami Callihan there in the back instead of wrestling him. Oh, sorry, he was just biting him. Well, sometimes that's love. So, yeah. They really turned that into a real mess by the end. Holy shit. Wow. Yeah, so that just happened. So what did everybody think? I'm gonna go ahead and say, it's an for me. It's middle of the road. Few good matches, but bogged down by a lot of dragged out nonsense that I don't care about. And that's the biggest issue for me. Just couldn't get behind it. So a few good matches are great, but I would say anybody who's willing to watch those 3 matches in particular and be on with your day. It'll take you less than an hour and you'll be a better person for it. So if you've been checking out, that's the ticker down below where you can find all things OLE podcasts. But I've got one more better. I'm going to show you what's coming up in the upcoming week here at OLE. Stay tuned for their calendar.
I'm out of control, about to blow, and I've been caught in the undertow. So toxic, but I can't get enough. You're firing me, yeah.
Yeah, and Bobby saying, I did like that we got Matt Riddle, Dave Boy Smith Jr., Zayda Steele. Yeah, there was, again, a few good matches. Other than that, it got bogged down. Brian, I think a 6 out of 10 is perfectly fair. As you saw on the calendar there, yes, this Thursday, special guest on Ring Respect Radio, guest host, in fact. Yeah, I will be out of town, so old Ed Fries is going to be joining Papa Smokes. And I believe they're going to be possibly talking about some chaotic wrestling this Thursday night on the program. So this is going to be it for me until next Sunday here on OLE. So I'm going to be taking a little bit of time off just for work stuff. I got conferences to be at this week, so I'm available to be able to join you guys in a live capacity. But I want you to give a lot of love and attention to OLED and Papa Smokes this Thursday night, as it'll be the first time that I am personally not available for Ring Respect Radio. So it's going to be an absolute classic. So tune in this Thursday night. And then, of course, after us, as always, the Honor Ramble, which has been killing it here for us on the channel as well, too. So check that out coming up this week from OLE Podcast. Of course, I have been Bobby Munson. Down below is where you're going to find out the places you can reach out to me, including, if you've been watching along today, on my personal Twitch channel, _Bobby Munson, where you can catch this kind of action, as well as some of my video gaming as well, too, when I get opportunities throughout the week. I thank you for spending your Sunday with me, watching some MLW and chatting. Bobby, Brian, as always, keeping the chat active with some MLW talk. Love it. Thank you very much to the both of you for the support. That's going to be it for Point of View. Thank you for tuning in, and I will see you guys in exactly 1 week's time. Take care, everybody.